God save our gracious King, long live our noble King. God save the King. Send him victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the King.
And meanwhile, the last four going in for this Betfred Oaks dance sequence, You Got to Me, has gone in, Ylang Ylang. And looks like Forest Fairy is going to be the last to load of the 12 runners seeking classic glory here at Epsom today. Forest Fairy, they're set at the 1.5 mile start, and they're off and racing for the Betfred Oaks. On the inside, Caught You Looking with the white cap, Secret Satire and a noseband going forward. So too Making Dreams on the outside with Seaward Handy in the bright pink and green jacket. You Got to Me is close up, and Treasure towards the outside. They're followed by Dance Sequence and Ezeliya, and then towards the outside War Chimes. They're followed then by Forest Fairy on the inside. The two Aidan O'Brien runners towards the rear at the moment. Ylang Ylang in the dark blue jacket and Rubies Are Red in the purple and white. Continuing their climb uphill through the first 3 furlongs, it's Making Dreams that makes the running. From Seaward in second now. Secret Satire remains close up with Caught You Looking, and Treasure in the royal colours, Very Handy, the grey filly. You Got to Me is on the outside along with War Chimes, followed by Ezeliya. In the centre amongst the group is Dance Sequence, followed then by Forest Fairy, and still at the back Ylang Ylang and Rubies Are Red towards the inside. Turning a little right-handed as they reach the highest point on the racecourse. And Making Dreams is opening up a little. Goes 4 lengths clear, maybe 5 lengths clear of Seaward in second. Treasure is third. You Got to Me in fourth. Then on the inside, Caught You Looking. They are tracked by Secret Satire. Green-jacketed Ezeliya to the outside. Back on the inside is Forest Fairy. From Dance Sequence, then War Chimes, Rubies Are Red, and Ryan Moore is at the back of the field in last place on Ylang Ylang as they begin the run down towards Tatton Corner. And up ahead, it's Making Dreams that leads the way still, a slightly reduced advantage from Seaward in second. Treasure is right there under James Doyle. On the inside is Caught You Looking in a white cap. The nose banded then Secret Satire, You Got to Me round the outside. Then Ezeliya, Rubies Are Red. Behind these then Dance Sequence, Ylang Ylang just nudged along now into the bridle as they prepare to straighten up for the judge. And up ahead it is still Making Dreams, but they're challenging. Here come the challengers. Seaward, Caught You Looking, is diving for the inside running rail. Out wider, You Got to Me. Ezeliya goes very well in the green jacket. War Chimes is wider. Ylang Ylang is beginning to stay on from the back of the field. It's Dance Sequence laying down the big challenge to Caught You Looking. You Got to Me and Ezeliya, and they're followed by War Chimes and Ylang Ylang, who's still got plenty to do. Ezeliya and Dance Sequence. Dance Sequence for Godolphin on the far side, just getting a bit unbalanced. Ezeliya now strikes the front under Chris Hayes. It's Ezeliya from Dance Sequence. War Chimes into third, and racing for the line is Ezeliya, who races away from Dance Sequence, and Ezeliya for the Aga Khan wins the Betfred Oaks. In second, Dance Sequence. Third, War Chimes. You Got to Me in fourth, followed home by Caught You Looking, and then Ylang Ylang.
Brilliant, yeah. Yeah, a little bit surreal now. Just when you dream of the way things will work out, and if you ever got an opportunity to win these races, that was it. From the moment I got on her, she never turned a hair. She settled. She was so cool and chilled out at the back of the gate. She was first one loaded. It just was slow motion stuff going around on her. I was looking up at the markers, couldn't believe how well I was travelling as I was counting them down. Had a lovely slot with cover. Wasn't ideally positioned as in close to the rail, but it was chewed up on the inside, and I kind of said to myself going down, I don't mind being 3 wide because it actually was the freshest part of it. So it feels unbelievable. The way she really extended, ran through the line and took an age to pull up. she's terribly exciting.
I can see why you're saying it's surreal, because this is the Oaks. It shouldn't be that easy. This track is tricky as well.
Exactly. I thought she'd suit here. Just, I'm sure you had a good look at her in the paddock. She's so well proportioned. She's a beautiful action. She's so well balanced. I thought, not that I've an in-depth experience of what it takes to win around here, but I just thought she'd tick a lot of the boxes. She's pace. She travels, she switches off, she stays, and it's that action of hers. I just thought it would suit. And then, like I was reading the other day, stats around here, Dubowis were 0 to 15, and then I'm going, oh, I'm after getting this completely wrong. But no, she was just different class.
That's chalked off for Dubowi. I think he deserved that personally, don't you think? He's been such a fabulous stallion.
Exactly. She's a queen. She's bred to be as good as she is, and I'm delighted. It just goes to show how much they can improve from 2 to 3 with those real good pedigrees. She did, like I said, she didn't grow a hand or anything over the winter, but mentally matured, physically I thought she filled out and really turned into a proper professional, you know.
And how about the success for your career? It's such a significant race to win, particularly in this partnership that you've built up with Dermot Weld.
Yeah, it's massive. I was raging last year when I got beat in the Guineas. A few years ago it was the Derby. I just said these buses are just slowly passing by and I'm just not getting on the first step, but patience, riding for the team I am with these pedigrees, and yeah, it feels like I'm in a dream now and I'm going to wake up shortly.
Very satisfying, Lydia. She's a very genuine class filly that's progressed nicely for us, and she's a stayer with speed, and I was reasonably confident that everything went right. She'd be tough to beat on the day.
Well, she'd shown that all of those qualities, the genuineness, the staying and the speed, when she won the Salsabille.
You know, she's a lovely bred filly. There's a lot of stamina, as you know, from the wonderful Aga Khan-owned family, with, you know, Ezeliya, and right through to the winner of the Gold Cup, and then with Dubowi as the sire. And she has class and she relaxes nicely, and Chris gave her a most beautiful ride.
What were you thinking on the way around?
I was never worried. He was in the exact position we wanted her in. He got a lovely run. He did what we love to do, is get her into a rhythm before you let her go. And I was confident a long way out we should be tough to beat.
And she's got the physique to deal with Epsom, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's a pretty, you know, she's not a big filly, but she's tough. Very tough, genuine filly, and a beautiful filly to train.
And was everything straightforward in the run-up to this?
Very straightforward. One of those that everything went right. She just had her prep race at Navan, which was a very good classic trial. And Chris rode it the same today, rider from off the pace, rider for speed. And she's a lovely move. I love the way she carries herself. She races what I call low to the ground. And those horses usually stay very well.
And that straightforward morning is a big contrast to Harzand. Remember that? Sort of all the troubles with him, icing him right up until the morning of the race.
Exactly. I was just looking at his nameplate in the stable opposite her, and all the excitement of when Harzand won the Epsom Derby for us here. I was just beaten with the Epsom Oaks here before with a filly, lovely filly called Tarfasha. Targuda beat us here, and of course I rode the winner of the Amateurs Derby here, a horse I trained a while ago.
So is this place special to you?
I've been very fortunate here. Been very, very fortunate here.
So not just Tarzan in 2016, but also Blue Wind. And how does this filly compare to her?
Very different, totally different fillies. Blue Wind was a big, powerful filly. She went on to win the Irish Oaks. She went on to be champion 3-year-old of Europe. And this is totally different filly, small, quality, tough, genuine, maybe even more pace than Blue Wind. But I never compare different generations. And they were both brilliant fillies.
Yeah, I'm interested in what their differences are, though, rather than the comparison themselves. Does that suggest a different type of campaign for Ezeliya?
Yeah, well, Blue Wind got beaten short head for the Irish Guineas, and she came here then and won the Epsom Oaks, the Irish Oaks, and as I said, she was champion filly of Europe. This is a different filly, in, as I said, different generations, and I never compare different generations. They're both very talented.
Where next?
we'll see how she comes out of the race. We'll see. She's in the Irish Oaks, but we may give her a break now. We may wait for an autumn campaign.
Well, I look forward to see whatever you do with her. Many congratulations. It's brilliant to see you here in the Winners' England.
Appreciate it as always.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ryan Moore has just volunteered to be interviewed, so I wasn't going to turn him down. Congratulations with Luxembourg earlier. But first of all, what happened with Ylang Ylang just there?
We didn't go mad. I didn't feel like she handled the track particularly well. She was following the winner in the second, and she just didn't take me into the straight the way I was expecting her to. You know, maybe she had a hard race in the Guineas, and maybe it's come a bit too soon, but she'll be better than today.
But for the track, would you think the trip's right up her street?
Well, she didn't finish off today, but you know, I was struggling before, that was an issue.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.